I gather when you first thought about writing a sequel to A Time to Kill, your wife didn't think that was such a great idea.
Over the years, I've thought about it a lot. It all goes back to story. Every book goes back to a story. You can't write anything until you have a story. And I did not have a story for a sequel to Time to Kill, to go back and visit with Jake and Harry, Rex, and Lucian, all these wonderful characters that I think about all the time. A couple of years ago, I started getting the initial idea for a story, and about a year ago, I finally mentioned it to Renee, and we talked about it at length, and she was not too. She had reservations because, and her points were very valid. She said, "Look, when you wrote A Time to Kill 30 years ago, you were that young lawyer. We were living that life, and we were in that small town, and you were in court every day, and things have changed a lot since then, and it may be difficult to recapture the authenticity of that voice." And I said, I agree. And she said also, sequels don't work. So as a general rule, they don't work. And I said, okay, look, let me write 100 pages because I love the story. By now I was into the story. And I said, I'll write 100 pages and you read them and let's have the discussion then. And that's what we did.
Is she your toughest critic aside from yourself?
She's the first reader, the toughest critic, and we talk about ideas all the time. She reads usually in clumps of 100 pages as we go through a book, and she does not spare any opinion. she reads them with a red pen and loves to mark them up.
And you trust her.
Always have, and don't always agree with her. We've had some pretty good spats over the fiction. There was one book I wrote 15 years ago. I love this story, and this just shows you how you can screw up. I read 100 pages, and I wrote 100 pages, showed it to Renee. She said, "This is some of the." She said, "I hate these people. I don't want to read it." I said, "Okay, I'll show you." So I sent it to my agent in New York, and he said, basically, "I don't like these people." And
how
so
about that?
I'm not going to fight both of them. I'm not going to fight Renee and my agent. So I said, "Okay, let's put this one aside and forget about it." So yeah, I listened to her.
So you put those 100 pages in the
burned
trash.
them. Yeah, they're gone. I don't know where they are.
And did that hurt?
No, I don't dwell on what's hurt or what's criticism or what has not been written. I'm focused on the next story. I mean, I'm always looking at the next story.